Welcome to the Service Unit Manager tutorial for the Girl Scout Council of the nation's capital. My name is Anna, and I will be guiding you through the online portion of this training.
And I'm Colleen, the Director of Membership. I will be popping in to offer tips and reminders throughout the online course.
The first chapter is an overview of the role of the Service Unit and the Service Unit Manager. By the end of this chapter, you will be able to describe the role of the Service Unit, describe the role of the Service Unit team members, and describe the duties and responsibilities of a Service Unit Manager. Let's get started with our first learning objective.
So, what exactly is a service unit?
To understand this, let's first take a second to review our council structure. Girl Scouts in troops and as individuals are supported by volunteer troop leaders and teen advisors. These troops and girls comprise service units. At the service unit level, volunteer service unit teams manage work in partnership with field directors and other staff. Service units provide the setting within which the primary services of a council take place. They may vary considerably in size, but should be large enough to permit program progression through troops of all age levels and small enough to permit effective direction and supervision by the service unit team. Service units are geographically grouped into associations, and together, these groupings form our council, Girl Scout Council of the nation's capital, GSCNC. Our council is one of many that make up the national organization, Girl Scouts of the USA. We are connected with other countries as part of WAGS, the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts. The service unit has three main goals: recruiting and retaining girls, providing qualified local volunteer support, and supporting council goals. The first of these, recruitment and retention of girls, can be accomplished in a multitude of ways. This includes some of the most important and fundamental service unit functions, such as organizing troops and providing them with meeting places, providing and supporting troop leaders, maintaining sufficient troops of all age levels, and encouraging girl participation in council, national, and international events. Service units should also provide inter-troop events and promote camping. Service units are responsible for providing qualified volunteer support. They do this by recruiting and supporting leaders, offering quality meetings of leaders and service unit team members, and selecting delegates and alternate delegates to serve in an advisory capacity to the board of directors. Service units provide additional support for council goals by maintaining good community relations, interpreting Girl Scouts to the community and securing sponsorship from the community, encouraging troops to do worthwhile community service, and assisting in data, money, and risk management. A super service unit is one that has provided quality program and support for both girls and adults, retained and extended membership, and helped the council achieve its goals. At the beginning of the Girl Scout year, the service unit team, in consultation with the field director, decide if they want to work towards being recognized as a super service unit. You can find the application for this by clicking here or going to our website. Once there, go to For Adults, then click on Volunteer Lounges.
Remember, the Service Unit Manager Lounge has links to forums, meetings, best practices, position descriptions, and other resources.
You can find the Super Service Unit application by clicking on Forms and scrolling down. Even if you are not working towards Super Service Unit, this application can provide some concrete goals for you and your Service Unit team. Let's review what you've learned. Now let's discuss the role of the Service Unit team members. The Service Unit team is important. Their work supports you, troop leaders, and staff. It is necessary to understand their positions so that you can support and make appropriate requests of them. Also, you will be responsible for recruiting some of your Service Unit team, including the community cultivator, the local press representative, the money manager, troop mentors, and troop organizers. Roll over each person to read more about these positions, or click on them to read a full position description on our website. Your service unit team will also include a registrar who is appointed by the field director and a service unit share chair who you will recruit in conjunction with the association share chair. In addition to troop and service unit leadership, service unit managers are responsible for appointing delegates and alternate delegates. Chapter 5 of this training reviews delegate selection. Finally, let's review the duties and responsibilities of a service unit manager. Each service unit has a service unit manager who works with the field director to develop and manage Girl Scouting in the service unit. The service unit manager is the chief volunteer administrator for Girl Scouting in a service unit. The role of the service unit manager is to manage the activities of the volunteers within the service unit, give guidance to troop leaders and advisors within the philosophy and framework of the Girl Scout program, and recruit and manage a service unit team to help carry out the functions of the service unit. The next part of this chapter will be reviewing the duties and responsibilities of a service unit manager. These are also listed on your position description and appointment letter, which you may wish to reference during this tutorial. The duties and responsibilities of a service unit manager include supporting volunteers, supporting council goals, staying up to date by attending meetings, and assisting with paperwork and record keeping. You are important to our volunteers. By regularly hosting service unit meetings, you keep volunteers up to date and offer continuing education and networking. You offer support by providing and directing volunteers to forms and resources. You can also help by distributing council information and materials on a timely basis. This includes e-edition, which you will receive as a weekly email. And you ensure adult retention by helping to resolve intra-troop conflicts with volunteer and staff assistance, of course. As a service unit manager, you will also support the volunteers that comprise the service unit team. Encourage your team members to take appropriate training and submit paperwork in a timely manner. Your guidance can ensure the recruitment and placement of girls and adults and the formation of troops, the maintenance of a roster of all troops, leaders, advisors, and service unit team members, and the promotion of service unit-wide and inter-troop activities and support for program planning. As mentioned earlier, you will appoint volunteers, often in conjunction with your field director. These appointments will include troop leaders, co-leaders, and advisors. Position descriptions and appointment letters for troop and service unit volunteers can be found on the website under the Forms section of the Service Unit Manager Lounge. Service unit managers can support other council goals by working with your service unit team, field directors, and other staff. You will establish goals for the service unit in conjunction with the service unit team and field director. Be sure to work with the association chairperson, field director, and service unit local press representative to maintain good community relations. And you and your team should require all troop leaders and advisors to distribute materials for GSC&C fund development campaigns and product sales. You will also serve an important role in interpreting GSUSA and GSC&C policies, implementing standards and procedures, and promoting council goals. In addition to these duties, service unit managers should attend the kickoff, held annually in August, monthly service unit manager area and cluster meetings, association meetings and events, and the GSC&C annual meeting in April. Another important component of a service unit manager position is accountability and record keeping.
Most of the forms you will need as a service unit manager can be found in the Forms category of the Service Unit Manager Lounge on the website.
However, you should also know where to find the forms that troop leaders and members of your team will need. You can easily access all of these forms by scrolling down to the bottom of any page on the website and clicking on the Forms link. As mentioned earlier, position descriptions and appointment letters can be found under Service Unit Manager forms. Camping, trip, and event forms can be found under Camping and Troop Leader forms. Take a second to check out the B220, the Camping Eligibility Form, the B240, Troop Activity Notification Form, and the B241, the Special Notification Form. These are required for overnight trips, significant travel, and some activities. You will need to approve the B241 forms before they are submitted to Council. Money management forms for the troop and service unit can be found under the financial forms. These will be covered in Chapter 4. Health and safety forms, including girl and adult health histories and the site safety checklist, can be found under Troop Leader forms. The forms section also contains a link to adult and girl membership registrations.
If you are unsure of what form you need when, please refer to Volunteer Essentials or the online Basic Leadership tutorial.
It is important as a service unit manager to assist in record keeping. Copies of most forms can be kept for as little as 1 year or the end of the current Girl Scout year. However, forms that deal with money or injury should be kept for 3. If you are unsure about how long to keep a form, ask your field director. Let's review what you've learned. Let's review what you've learned. Congratulations! You have successfully completed the first chapter of this tutorial.
You may keep a record of this by entering today's date as well as the chapter name on your training card.
You have come to the end of this chapter. However, I recommend that you review this material a second time to ensure your understanding of the subject matter.
The remaining chapters of this training will cover Service Unit Membership, Recruitment and Retention, Service Unit Meeting Logistics, Service Unit Money Management, and Service Unit Delegate Selection. Chapter 6, Volunteer Management, is an in-person class that you will need to register for by using the online registration site. You may access that site by clicking on the registration link at the bottom of any page on the website. If you have any technical questions or need help registering for the in-person portion of this course, please click here for contact information.
Thank you for your time.